As the presidential election cycle inches closer to an end, polling has continued to show that Democrat Kamala Harris and Republican Donald Trump are locked in an incredibly tight race as early voting is underway. In the latest surveys released Friday morning, Harris saw a narrow edge in ongoing poll coverage from Tipp, while an Emerson College Polling survey also showed a slight advantage for the vice president. Meanwhile, the final poll from the New York Times and Siena College showed a tie in the popular vote. The latest numbers come as each candidate travels to key battleground states around the U.S. to make their final pitches to voters. The final New York Times and Siena College poll out Friday shows that Trump and Harris are tied for the popular vote 48% to 48%. The survey of 20,516 likely voters nationwide took place from October 20 to October 23rd, with a margin of error plus or minus 2.2 percentage points. The latest poll suggests the race has drawn even closer since the Times Siena College's previous poll taken in early October, which showed Harris had a 3-point lead over Trump, though the change is within the margin of error. A high-profile debate, 2 attempts on Trump's life, dozens of rallies across 7 battlefield states, and hundreds of millions spent on advertisements have seemingly done little to change the trajectory of the race, the Times stated. Harris is leading Trump by 3 percentage points among New Hampshire voters in a new poll released Friday by Emerson College Polling. The poll of 915 voters showed Harris leading 50 to 47% among likely voters less than 2 weeks before the November 5th election. When accounting for undecided voters, Harris's overall support in New Hampshire increases to 51%, according to the poll. The poll showed Harris with a lead with a margin of error of 3.2 percentage points. The poll was conducted from Monday to Wednesday. The new poll showed that 34% of those surveyed saw the economy as the top issue in the upcoming presidential election. Another 26% of those surveyed said housing affordability as the top issue, while 10% said threats to democracy. Democrats have dominated New Hampshire in recent presidential elections, but Harris's support among voters is falling from what President Joe Biden had in 2020 when he won the state with 52.8% of the vote. In 2016, Hillary Clinton just narrowly won the state over Trump with 46.8% of the vote to his 46.5%, according to Real Clear Polling. Emerson's new poll found that a majority of New Hampshire voters, 53%, have a favorable view of Harris, while 47% have an unfavorable view of the vice president. Trump was found to have a 47% favorability rating in the state, with 53% of those surveyed having an unfavorable view of him.